Hey everyone, my name is Joan Corey, and I'm going to talk to you real quick about personal development. If personal development is not something that you already do on a regular basis, I am going to highly recommend that you include it in your daily routine. Personal development can sometimes be hard. Sometimes we think of it as needing self-help books or thinking of it like we have a flaw. Well, I am going to ask you to look at it in a completely different way and think of it more as a way to improve the awesomeness that you already have. So awesome people need to develop in different areas as well. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about my own personal story. I used to work in the corporate world. I worked in physician contracting, and with that job, I was expected to do some presenting. Presenting is not something that I like to do, and I get nervous about it, and it just I think about it for a long time up until actually doing it, and I did everything I could to avoid it, and eventually I left the corporate world. I was in a position to where I was fortunate enough to be able to quit my job, but that was the thing that held me back from growing in my career and just made me not like my job. So years later, I joined Beachbody, and we have team calls on Tuesdays. And I remember going to my first team call, and it was 8 o'clock at night. I had washed my face. I put my hair up. I grabbed myself a glass of wine, grabbed my computer, and hit the link to enter the meeting. Well, there I was. Everybody could see me. I was on video, and I could see everybody in the meeting. And I very quickly hit the button that allowed me to leave the meeting. And I later told one of our team leaders, I'm like, I didn't know you could see me. I got on this call and all of a sudden everybody could see me. So I realize I need some personal development. I have some insecurities that I need to work on. So a lot of people feel nervous. A lot of people have these insecurities. So everybody needs personal development. We all need it in certain areas, some more than others in different areas. So that is a big area for me, is just building my confidence and being okay with who I am and how people saw me and how they viewed me and what that did to me and what that meant for me. So personal development has been huge in my life, and I can tell you that I have now led 2 of those team calls. So I've been a coach for almost a year. It'll be a year next month. And so I'm super excited about that. But I look back at the growth that I've had from hit and leave that meeting to presenting on the calls, and I contributed to my personal development. So with that said, I am just going to quickly tell you some forms of personal development that have personally helped me and that are out there and available to you. So we have this list listed in our group. And this just talks about the different areas of personal development. So if you need work on relationships, if you need it on recruiting, if you need it on marketing, if you need it on confidence, this has a list of books that are great for that. And I can tell you, sometimes I'll have weeks or something where things are just not working, whether at home or in my business. And I'll step back and say, where is that common denominator and where do I need some help? And I think, my recruiting and my motivation is just not where I want it to be. So I'll go to one of these books. I do collect personal development books. I have a lot of them in my cart on my Amazon account that I'm just going to click when I need it. And I have a whole plethora of them right here at home with me. I would love to share my books. So if any of you are interested in a book, let me know, and I would be happy to send it to you. I'd rather that than have them sit on the shelf. So I'm just going to show you a couple. This was my first personal development book. I got this right when I became a coach. I was on vacation, read it on the beach. This was so amazing for me and my business. After reading this, I was like, I am an all-in coach, and I'm going to rock this business. I also decided that I was going to give this book to every single coach that I signed up. And I started giving it to them. But as I grew in my personal development, I realized there are so many amazing books out there, and I can't possibly buy them all the books. So now I have the books, and I will share the books. So I've got Personality Plus. I'm just going to share a few of them here. You are a badass, the compound effect, I have lots more over here, but also I am in a group right now where we are doing the Miracle Morning. This has been an amazing, amazing book. Highly recommend this one. I do my daily devotions, which I consider part of my personal development because I am developing in my faith, which is very, very important to me. I also have some DVDs. So I have the Legend of a Lifetime, and this is by Jim Rohn and Darren Hardy, who are absolutely amazing. And I have some other DVDs and some other books here as well. So, and with that, and you need to subscribe to Darren Hardy. Just go to darrenhardy.com, subscribe to his daily videos. He sends you a video that's no more than 5 minutes long each day, other than weekends. I think he takes Sundays off, but very, very powerful 5 minutes. Team calls. You need to be on those team calls. Every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, we have a Zoom call. And, I was nervous at first, but I have grown so much from those calls and have learned so much from all of the other coaches on our team. We have an amazing leadership, and I would not be here today without those calls. We have our national wake-up calls at 10 o'clock every Monday. That's Central Time, and that is the entire Beachbody community. And we always have a guest speaker on that inspires and motivates and talks to us about how they've built their business. And again, so many takeaways on just developing yourself as a coach and within this business. And that's it. I think that's, DVDs, books. I always read at least 10 pages a day of my personal development, sometimes more, never less. So that's what I have for you. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you will decide to make personal development part of your daily routine. Thanks.